What's going on? What's going on to our TheCoreofU family, community of restoration and enlightenment? As always, we bring you greetings. We bring you peace and love on this beautiful Friday. We hope everything is going good with you. If you're watching this, you're alive. We can only hope that you are also well, that you have peace in your heart and your home, and everything is going good.
That's right. And you can always join us here on Facebook, IG at TheCoreofU, on YouTube at TheCoreofU, and on our website, TheCoreofU.com. And that's the COREOF letter U. Always looking to up level. So we wanted to start by discussing a current event. We got two that come top of mind. Rest Empowered, Mr. Biz Markie.
Yeah. Just heard that today. Biz Markie, one of the legendary rappers, and if for you hip hop fans, remember him for beatboxing and stuff. What's crazy about Biz Markie, my memory of him is my mother loved his song, You Got What I Need. She loved.
Memory.
And I remember she bought the cassette tape on a it was a single. And it had like it was a single on one side, and then it had like just the radio, just like the instrumental on the other side. Mm. And she played that thing over and over until we actually had it started messing up, and we had to buy her another one. And she would be singing and dancing.
Oh, you just gave me a good memory. That's back when.
Yeah. She loved Biz Markie. Oh baby, you got what I need, my mama.
Yeah, so we lost another one of our hip hop great artists.
Another legend in the game.
But you can honor him by making sure the generation coming up know who paved the way.
No doubt.
Play some of his songs and stream them and download them so the family can get some royalties.
No doubt.
And then this Delta variant, things are kicking up. Olympic might be pushed back, or I don't know. Definitely no audience, right?
Yeah, they're going back and forth on whether or not, because COVID, this Delta variant with COVID is starting again. So I don't know about you guys, but out here in LA, Sunday night, the evening, I think it is, or it might be tonight. It might start tonight. Masks are mandatory again. So everywhere you go, inside, outside, doesn't matter, vaccinated, not vaccinated, masks are back out here in LA. Because the numbers are increasing again. So be safe, be vigilant, and stay dedicated.
And if you're not going to consider vaccination, definitely keep your circle small. And even if you are, we just really have to be conscious of our habits and what's going on. Because remember, the little people in your life and certain people that are vulnerable, they may not be able to, and so we just have to be very aware. We read a statistic the other day that I think 99% of the cases are those unvaccinated, but it's a lot of young people being hospitalized. So.
Yeah, in LA, most of the cases that were, I think one of the hospitals, all of the cases that were COVID were people that weren't vaccinated yet. So listen, you got to do what you got to do for you. We're not, here trying to be like advocates and, we're not being, promoting it. We're just letting you know, make sure you be safe, stay prayed up, keep washing your hands.
Let's not let our guards down completely at all.
Yeah, because this thing is clearly not over, basically. That's basically what we're saying. This thing is not over. And I don't know, it looks like it's getting ready to like start up again and get hot again. So
What's the topic?
Be careful. So the topic for this weekend, for today, I read something. My sister sent me something, but I had also saw it myself. And we really want to get your questions on this. And guys, we want you to chime in, ladies. So I see a few of my fellas on. So I hope you're not afraid.
Say hey to who's in
we have George Bird on,
hey,
Reg
George.
Young, Reg is on, Tyrone Bennett, Marion Robinson. Hey. Nicole, Vanessa Landry.
Vanessa. We appreciate the core community. We all up leveling together. Oh, we need y'all on this one. Okay.
And Shakira. Hey sis, what's going on? So the topic for this week, it was something that my sister sent that inspired us. That I thought was really, really nice. It was a good topic, and we want to talk about it. So, men, please send your questions or your responses, and we want to chime in on this. Men are often nurtured and taught how to treat women, whether they do it by their mothers or their aunts or sisters or whatever, or grandmothers. They're often taught this is how a woman is supposed to be treated. This is how you're supposed to take her out on a date. This is how you're supposed to treat her when you love her. If you say you love her, when you marry her, all of these things, right? These things men are taught. Now listen, we don't always get it right. We don't always.
Finish your thought.
We don't always.
Wait, when he said this to me, I think I was half sleeping. I was like, "What are you talking about?" I said, "If anything, we got a bunch of baby boys running around town."
Oh, wow.
But finish your thought, because I really
So men are often taught how to treat women.
Mm-hmm.
But, and this is like a capital B-U-T.
So
but
okay.
How many times in life are women taught how to treat a man? I'm saying, because my mother and father both sit me down at separate times and sometimes together and said, "Son, this is how you should treat your woman. This is how I treat your mother." Okay. Things like that, right? But I never saw my mom sit my sister down and say, "This is how you should treat a man." I'm just telling you facts. So I'm asking, what's going on there? Is there a disconnect? Is this true?
Well,
is this false?
We need to poll the audience. Ladies, if you were ever sat down and told this is how you treat a man, put something in the chat.
Please respond. Give us a thumbs up, a response, say yes.
Denise, hey, sis.
Yeah, look, see, I got a man already, Tyrone. But look, I got a man already, Tyrone, saying right.
Okay, but let me say this. I would like to propose, well, first, no, I do not recall a specific instance where, quote unquote, mama, grandma sat me down and said, "This is how you treat a man." Now, I don't speak for every woman on this chat tonight, but what I will say is, I propose that it's ingrained into the very nature of how women are a lot of times socialized and reared. You ain't even hearing me out.
Go ahead.
Because you already shaking your head.
Go ahead.
With our listening rules, sir, you already have shut me down and are thinking about your rebuttal.
Ahead. I'm listening. Go ahead.
We are taught to be natural nurturers, natural givers. How many times have sister or cousin female, they're right in the kitchen with Big Mouth, learning how to cook, learning how to pick up around the house, learning how to take care of the family and kind of be mom's right hand. Which the men of the family are natural beneficiaries of this socialization.
I disagree. I'm going to tell you why. Because you're taught to nurture. You are taught to nurture. That is very, very true. Like the women, and they have Tyrone, because Ty, see, he know where I'm talking about. See, listen. So listen, you're taught to nurture. You're right. You're taught to love and to do the cooking, the cleaning, and those things.
What were your chores growing up?
But listen, listen to me. But you're never specific. You're taught to do everything around our subject matter today. You're taught to do everything but, okay, and after all of that, this is how you treat a man. What is expected is that you will have an example by your mother or grandmother or aunts or big sister, and it's expected that you will mimic, that you will mirror that. God forbid if the image that you have that you're mimicking, they don't do well with their man of treating them right. I'm saying it is expected of us men to really pay attention, learn, know our women, hear her, nurture, be there, be a support. Why aren't the same rules applied to a woman for a man?
Nurture, be a support.
No. To nurture I didn't say it all. To nurture your emotional side. That's what we're taught, because women are softer. They may cry. So we got to be soft too. We got to be endearing. We got to hear. I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with that.
It sounds like men are being groomed on the rules of dating, because oftentimes they are seen as the one to make the first move. Oh, invite her to prom. Invite her to the school dance. I think it comes up more in that context, because of socialization and rules of norm in terms of how you go about the dating process. However, if we bring into our conversation, how many times are women groomed that it's okay to ask the cute guy in school out? Probably not that much.
None
right?
at all.
So
in some circles, it's frowned upon.
So I guess the first conversation is, what is the context that most often that this is even introduced to young men? It's probably as a result of dating. Okay, what? Oh yeah, all right.
T said, that's all. All I'm saying is, any women on, and listen, sometimes you make let's time. Men are sometimes taught how to treat women, but we learn as we go. Absolutely, we're taught. But I'm saying, have you ever met a woman or know a woman that was somebody, a older woman sit her down and said, outside of this is how you may cook, or this is how you may clean, this is how you can become a boss lady, all of those things, right? This is how you wear your hair, this is how you dress, this is how you look good, this is how they give them this is how you look sexy for your man, all of that. But I'm saying, catering to a man, how many women are taught to do that?
I'm triggered by that word, catering.
We both have to cater to each other.
Right,
you know what I mean.
Is because I think there is an abundance and a propensity for women to already do that.
But just not because in relationships.
We are natural nurturers. And here's the other thing I will say. I think that the conversation has to go towards men or young men more often than go towards young women, because we will seek the information. We are natural talkers. We'll be like, Mom, how do you do this? How do you do that? Whereas a young man, half the time, they probably not going to even ask the question.
But here's the thing. So
it has to be brought to them.
But here's the thing. A woman...
We're debating now. Tell them what the topic is.
A woman... Oh, okay. So we're talking about... this is the discussion. I saw some earlier in the week, and I shared with Wifey, where men are taught how to treat women, and they're really given the do's and the don'ts. But that doesn't necessarily happen for the women towards men's side. That's what we're talking about. So
all you parents of young men and young women, I guess what we're saying is we need to make sure we equal this, level the playing field, and talk to both about what you would do in either scenario. I'm proposing that I think those in need get the most attention, and boys are probably more in need in this area because it's naturally built into the makeup of women and how we're raised. That's what I'm proposing.
But I guess this is what I'm saying. Men will be sat down by women to be taught how to treat women. How many men are sitting down women and teaching them how to treat men? Because for me, when it came to how to dress and the things that women like, I know the women told me this: make sure you keep your hygiene, keep your hair cut, your nails clean, and keep on a nice pair of shoes. They didn't have to be no Balenciagas or nothing expensive, but just keep on a nice, clean pair of shoes. Yeah. An older woman one time told me, baby, you can have on a $2 suit. Make sure that your nails clean, your hair is nice, and that you have some nice shoes. And as long as you stay groomed with your nails clean and some nice shoes, and you obviously you want your conversation to match. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But so I'm saying, what's on the other side? Let's see. Okay, let's see. All right. So T said, where'd it go? It's doing something crazy.
Yeah, you gotta go up, babe.
There it is. Okay, so Tasha said, this is true. I talk to my sons about the treatment of young ladies, but I've never had that conversation. And we know her with, obviously she's talking about Destiny, right? I don't know why this is doing, can you go in there and do it? Because this is doing something weird. But yeah, and I see not by a man though. Right. And T said, I do talk to my boys. Well, that's good. And you're a woman that's talked to your boys. That's great. That's great. I think they need it and treat it. Oh, okay. I wasn't sat down, but I was told how I should, but only contingent upon how I was being treated. But it's all a learning process. Absolutely, all of it is a learning process. We definitely agree with that. We've been together going on 11, 12 years now, and we're still learning one another, still every day, because life presents you with new
And yeah, absolutely. And I love how you said to me one time, you were like, and a group of women, he was holding court one day at the pool when we were on vacation, telling women that men like to be complimented to, they like to be approached, and they like to be, in the bedroom, they like to be,
ladies,
sought after.
men like to hear, they like compliments. You
know.
have to compliment your man. Or if there's somebody that you call, say that you like, or your husband, we like compliments. Women like, babe, how do I look in this outfit? Babe, how is this? Babe, how's my hair? Babe, did I lose a little weight? Babe, did I pick up a little weight? Whatever it is, women, and you're right, women will seek after those answers, and it's up to us as men to make sure we answer and reply honestly without hurting your feelings, hopefully.
Right.
So respectfully respond, right? But men don't usually seek it, but we like to hear it. We like to know that we like for you to notice that we got a new shirt and it looks good on us. If we in the gym, or if we done lost a little weight, or a new haircut, we want to hear it too. You know?
All right. So what I hear us saying, the summary of this topic today is, make sure we level the playing field on the things that we groom our sons by talking to our daughters about it too. If you're talking to your sons about how to treat a woman, talk to your daughters about how to treat a man. Also, how they should be treated. Because I feel like there is a gap between, like, these are the standards that you should have. This is what you expect. Because again, a lot of us model that too from whatever was done.
Right.
And
like for me, yeah, I'm a little more nurturing than some of my boys, some of my partners, but my father was. So I mimic him. You know what I mean? I give so much credit to my dad, just the man. He was this big man, but he was also a gentle giant, and he paid attention. When my mom was off, whatever, if she was off balance, one time I seen him, man, go, and we didn't know what he was doing. She got done speaking at an engagement. She might have preached a sermon, and she threw down, right? And she was up in the pulpit with another young lady, and she was counseling the young lady. And the tear, you can see the lady was in tears, so she obviously went to her for some advice. And I saw my dad, like, beat foot out of the church. He came back in. He had her flats. He went up there and said, "Excuse me, y'all, for a second." Unbuckled her heels.
Oh, that's powerful.
Unbuckled both of her heels, slid her flats on, and hurried up and got out of there. And did it all within like 3 or 4 minutes, right? It was like quick, right?
Yeah,
and was out of there. And later on, we were driving home. She said, "Babe, thank you so much. My feet was killing me. All my feet was killing me." You know what I mean? But now, my daddy was speaking one time. She ain't go up there and take his shoes off and put no flats on.
But talk about what you did see her do over and over again. I'm sure the meals was made. I'm sure things was tight.
Okay, so I guess that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about when I'm using that word cater again, but I'm saying reciprocating to the emotional side of a man. That's what I'm saying. A lot of times,
women, we are very in tune with the emotional side of a man. Very in tune. I think almost to the point where we need to learn how to groom the men in our lives to be in tune with us emotionally. There was a comment we made.
Tasha said he already had on flats.
I like that. That's right. So what I'm saying is,
T said, "I try to help them each see mistakes so they don't do the same, because I know I'm not always right, and I want to at least allow them to understand where I went wrong so they can learn." I mean, that's beautiful from it as well. We're all. I'm in a battle with myself right now, right? With parenting our children. And I'm more of the disciplinarian when it comes to our children. But I'm also learning, and I shared this, I think your cousin Robin is on.
Hey,
I shared this with her. I'm really working. It was her or someone. I'm really trying to work on giving my children their space to show their emotional side. My daughter and my son.
Yeah, we are
really working, not just going hard on them, but really,
That's a good point, because I did actively see Ken. My youngest Kenny is 4, and he went to cry out of the room, and Ken said, "No, son, come back. Talk to us. You can cry in front of us, and then let's work through it. Tell me, why are you crying?" And I thought that was really powerful, because you gave him the space to cry with us, and then, you know, you didn't just shut them down. And that was something you actively said you wanted to do.
And I think
trust
that was
me,
great
it's
hard.
So many men aren't given permission to feel, which is, you know, something me and Tasha talked about a lot. So many men aren't comfortable with their emotions. But this goes back to why I am saying, because we're going to stay on topic, that the need is greater, I think, for men to know how to treat women because of everything we're just saying. Women are natural talkers.
I think
women are natural
on both ends.
But I'm saying that why you recognize this and why it's even a topic for our discussion.
Right. Well, because it doesn't happen, right? It's unequally.
Right. I think it's naturally ingrained into how we're raised and how we communicate with our mother and father figures versus for young men. Not only are they the ones that have to kind of first learn how to go out and approach a woman based on societal norms, but also they don't play Barbie. All through Barbie and the games we play, we got relationships. We got whole soap operas going on.
Right.
I know
meanwhile,
Barbie always was cooking for Ken.
Right.
Why didn't Ken got on that barbecue grill, you know, and why Barbie always had to have the babies.
Right, but
meanwhile,
but meanwhile, the lady, our daughter is doing that, right? So she's playing house, she's got the baby, she's nurturing, she's doing all that. Meanwhile, my son got alligators and he's biting all the Barbie dolls' heads off.
Right.
You know
the dinosaurs going
the dinosaurs are just
destroying
everything. So there are these gender roles, I think, that have been placed on society, and I think there's room and there's space for some of it. I most certainly think there's space for some of it, but I think that we're in a time now where some of these, I don't want to say we should just alleviate them, but we definitely need to go back and address them again and really see, are they healthy, I guess, because what happens is then we get these little adults that aren't healthy. Let's see, Ty said, I've learned not to hold my emotions in, especially since losing my mom. Letting loose isn't a weakness for men. Totally agree, Ty. And I think that's what I'm saying, Ty. I think that's beautiful that you said that. I'm more in tune with me now because I lost parents too. Right? So why do we have to lose to get there? I guess that's what I'm saying. And so for so many of the mothers that are on, our hope, and I'm encouraging that we not only nurture our daughters with that we also do the same for our sons. I'm obviously, you know, and I hear women all the time, you know, but I don't want no punk, you know, I don't want no man that's a punk. That's not what we're saying, you know. We're just saying that emotions are real and they rise up. They rear their little heads often. You can't just say no, don't have it, because then your sons become detached from it. And if God equipped us with them, there was some type of need for it, right?
Yeah, we need to be able to process them and address them. So, you know, my hat's off to first you men expressing that, and then it sounds like we have another core challenge for the community is to empower our young men and women equally to express their emotions, while we are also empowering everyone to learn how to deal with and engage with the opposite sex in a healthy way.
There it is. And I love it. Look at what they're saying. Oh, Johnette said, let me see. This thing is good. So I grew up without my parents, but I learned more from watching my grandparents. Absolutely. We talked about that earlier, about mimicking, right? Grew up more with my grandparents.
Right there.
And observing people in general interact. Yes, I try to treat my husband how I would like him to treat me. I know how. I see. I think that's beautiful. I think the men get put at a disadvantage. The young boys.
And sister said you have to teach the young men because it's great for their mental health. That's so true. And I think if you're following the statistics, suicide rates and things like that are higher amongst men, and especially when you get into diverse men. So I definitely think there is a correlation with being able to learn early and encourage and cultivate it to process our emotions. Great point about it being so keen and necessary for our mental health. So, you know, y'all, let's make sure we stay woke. So I'm glad you brought this to my attention, because technically I wouldn't have even thought about it. I wouldn't have thought about that per se.
Tasha, it's a lot tougher for single parent homes, especially when you have mostly boys. Absolutely. That's why your community is here to help. Absolutely. Definitely. I can't even imagine. I always say that, man, to see a woman raise her children, or to see a parent raise children by themselves is always just like, wow, that's deep. And Nicole said we have to teach both our boys and girls how to be human. We are
Yes.
You know what? You summed it right there, Nicole. I mean that we can close it out on that. We are human. We are all human at the end of the day, right? And so that's all. That's all. We're just encouraging and just thinking about those gender roles. I just want to throw this question out. Y'all chime in real quick. We got a few more seconds. What is the big problem with women when they see other women propose to a man? What's that? What's that all about? I'm not saying I agree or disagree. I'm just asking.
Well, let's tell them what you told me when I said, "Oh, when we hit 10 years, I'll propose to you." What did you say?
I was like, nah, that's not. Nah, we ain't doing that.
Why? Would it make you feel less of a man?
I said I know I have my no the man that's one of those roles I think that we need to maintain.
Okay,
that the man should propose to.
Y'all heard it here first.
But I don't lose my people go crazy like when I see and I look at it and I'm like, okay, this looks a little awkward. Well, obviously she must really love this man if she thought enough for him to go out and buy a ring and propose to him. And he's saying yes. Okay, they're hugging, they're kissing. All right, cool, go ahead, do you. But I was asking other people because people in IG or Facebook and comments, they go crazy. They become livid. That's my question, man. Why is it a problem when women propose to men? And I just want to know.
Hey, Ebony.
I believe we have to spend, we got Johnette and Elbone. I believe we have to spend time having tough conversations with men. I heard Kirk Franklin say this, and I've been repeating it ever since.
That was powerful.
It's been so powerful. He said, we gave our children scriptures, but we forgot to show them our scars. Man, that whole statement took me out, and I've been repeating it ever since. We gave our youth scriptures, but we forgot to show them our scars. Meaning we taught them about John and David and Paul and Jesus, but we forgot to tell them and talk to them about some of our hang-ups and mishaps in life and where we could have been better or done better as young people, and then we wouldn't have so many scars as adults. So I agree. I think it's not for me. I will not propose, Tasha. It's not for me. I will not propose. If it's your thing, go for it. Hey, that's what a lot of I just want to know why people lose their peace when they see people do it. Hey, people they start really like downing the woman.
Well, I mean, we gotta have space for everything for people to just do what's right for them in their relationship.
But it's okay. They don't have the same problem when a woman asks a man for his number. If she's single, right? And she says, let me get your number. Run them digits. Oh, hey, boo, what's up? Pull him to the side. But it is a problem.
I've been both the aggressor and the aggressor prior to our relationship.
See, and that's it right there. Most women wonder, does the man really want to be married when the woman asks? That's usually the thing. Will and I just talked about marriage and came to a mutual agreement. We were ready. We wanted to bless our relationship and go stronger and together spiritually. Oh, breaking news. No, I'm just playing. They broke it right here on TheCoreofU Friday Conversations. That's what's up. No, that's what it's all about. So that's the topic for today.
I think people got to do what's right for them.
No problem, but cousin. Oh, no, it's Tasha. I thought that was I got my number with no problem, but proposing is a no. Oh, all right. I thought that was my cousin.
I think we need to
devote
a whole quarter to that, and maybe we need to find to some couples that did it both ways.
Ooh, if we can find a couple, that would be crazy. Dr. Pitts, he coming in with it. As a man, we are natural hunters.
I don't know how I feel about that. I
Pitts.
feel hunted.
Oh my Lord.
Did you hunt?
I did hunt her though, Pitts. I did. I saw I was lurking in the woods and I peeked out and got her. Yeah, shot her with the arrow. Society teaches us that it is a man's job. Men are the ones who have to be ready. Women are raised to be ready. So true. I guess what I'm saying, Nicole, and I agree. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying, should some of these, not necessarily this, we're just having a discussion. should some of these things that society has taught us, should we go back and revisit? We might need to go back and revisit some of these things, because I think that it has done a disservice to us, and I have my isms and all that, right? It has done a disservice to us as we become adults. I guess that's what I'm saying. So we need to go back and revisit some of these things.
Well, I guess and then the reverse of that is it a turnoff to a man to be approached, and a lot of men are saying no.
No, I don't think it's never a turnoff for most men to be approached, but I don't want you proposing to me.
I think if people get to that level, I think everybody kind of knows it's going there, but I reserve the right to stay open. I don't really have an opinion about it yet. I need to think about it some more, but what I was going to say is
if you propose to me, I'm saying no.
In the age of partners and same sex and transgender and being people just not really identifying, I think we're going to see a lot more of that because, you're outside of what is traditional gender roles anyway.
Well, that's my point. I think it's going to become a time where society, that's what I was saying to Nicole, society is like blurring a whole lot of different, roles and genders and barriers, and it's just sometimes it's out of control, and I think there's some of it's necessary.
It's just out of what we're used to.
It's out of what we're used to.
It's out of control, so to speak.
Some of it is. I don't know.
All right.
Okay,
well, more for discussion next time.
Here's my point why I say that. We haven't had a female president yet.
We getting close.
But all of y'all gonna be like, yeah, we need one now.
We do. Because we are one of the only first world countries that have it. It's quite ridiculous.
That's my point.
We run households across America. We run men across America. We raise men.
What?
But you don't want to let us run the country?
What?
It's just it's an absurdity.
What? It is time to go. All right, y'all. Hey, look, we love y'all. This was a beautiful conversation. We're going to continue this. We are going to continue. Exactly, John. Yeah, this gender pronoun thing. It's just got totally out of hand. Amen. We're going to continue this conversation. You guys can check us out, write us, send us some exactly, bitch. Somehow she run me. Hit us up on IG, write us some whatever. Send us your thoughts on any of this that we talked about today.
This is our community, y'all. Let's build up each other and then let's work it out together, right?
I think these are some discussions that we really, really need to have. Follow us once again at TheCoreofU. Join us. That's one thing I'm trying to stop saying follow. Join us at TheCoreofU. CORE of the letter U on IG, on Facebook. We have a YouTube channel. We also have a website, TheCoreofU. Check us out. I'm Beyonce. Lord help us. Beyonce done hurt us all. We holla at y'all. We hope you have a beautiful night. Peace.
Peace, y'all.